Isabella Rossellini, in talking about Fearless, I have two images in my head that I thought we'd start with.
Yes.
Both of them kind of involving a sort of dance. One with your husband in the picture, Jeff Bridges, sort of wildly balancing on top of a wall. He's in a void, he's lost.
Yes.
You are dancing with children.
Yes.
Very centered. It's flight, but yet you're connected with those kids. Do you think this is a fair way of analyzing both your characters in this picture? He's lost and you're connected, and yet you're both dancing in a way.
Yes, I do. I never thought about it in this way, because it seemed that the plane crash was so strong to me that I forgot that I was dancing.
Well, I think it's interesting maybe that plane crash is really more of a metaphor, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the balancing act that both you and your husband are doing in this picture.
Yes.
Different kinds of
No,
balancing.
absolutely. I think it was, I think I am earthbound. And the experience of the plane crash allows my husband to leap into another world. In another world where I am completely, I know that he's dangerous. He cannot live up there. I cannot live by risking his life and refeeling the feel that he had in the plane crash, recreating it to live that experience over and over again. And yet there is something very appealing that I see too. And even if I am alienated from it because he doesn't allow me in, and he doesn't want anything to do with me, in fact. But I think it's my understanding and not the dismissing of his reaction after the plane crash as dismissive as saying, oh, you know, he's in shock, he'll just get over it, he'll snap out of it.
Well, I'm probably reading too much in, but it seems like Weir is giving us these two images, one to counterbalance the other. Both of you are in a state of flight, and yet he's not as connected as you are.
Yes, no, absolutely,
and you
it
even
is
have
right.
to wear the ballet clothing in several different scenes, as if to reinforce this notion that you're a dancer as well as a mother, in a way.
Well, I think that Peter wanted me to be a woman. We tried very much to portray Laura not as a wife in the bad sense of the word, somebody boring, somebody there to remind you of your duties. But there was somebody who had was appealing and had a world of her own and was an artist herself. Not only the husband is an architect, but she's a dancer. She's creative. She works with children. She's sensitive. She's in tune. We wanted to create a character that was rich and appealing, and just not, you know, just not be there as a symbol of duties in life.
Now, of course, the temptation is so successfully do you maintain this quality that in thinking about your own life, I wondered how ever connected and centered can a person be growing up in Rome, in Paris, in New York, multilingual. Did it help you become a centered person, or is that kind of upbringing, could it potentially have driven you in different directions, you know? Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. No, I hope I'm centered, you know. And I don't think, you know, the fact that you are exposed to different culture of different experiences of life should make you more centered, or should make you more capable rather than throw you, you know, I guess. Unless if you have a little life, then anything that happens to you can throw you, and you are much more endangered, I think.
The wide parameters of your living then kind of equip you for adapting to almost anything, I guess, huh? It's
I hope
tempting
so.
to think so.
I don't know. Yes, I hope so. We'll see.
I must ask you about working with Peter Weir.
Yes.
It sounds so ineffective. What is he like on the set? But I understand music is a very important part of his equipment.
Absolutely. Very, very important. And I thought it was a very wonderful instrument for us, too.
Ah.
He chose all the film music, and some of it is in the film, if not all of it, and he played it for us. And I thought it was such a wonderful way, even if in an abstract way, but it was such a precise way to communicate what mood, what he was his search, what was the atmosphere that he wanted for the film. And he played the music in between scenes when they were setting up the lights. He gave us tapes to listen to, and it was a tremendous help.
What a wonderful way to get exposed to the music of Goretzky, for example.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
nice education involved. Is he forthcoming about interpretive suggestions, things like that, or does he let you have your own?
He has a very, very precise vision, obviously, of what he wants. And we did rehearse a lot, and we improvised a lot, and we did all sorts of exercises, because he's restless, as it never settles. You know, you always see him that he can find more and more, go deeper and go more into the thing. So he's absolutely a restless director, and he always has you rehearse and do more and improvise, and so you do feel part of the creative process, because he makes you part of his search.
Whole thing sounds like a dance.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so
Isabella
much.
Rossellini. We're both in Los Angeles talking about Fearless. I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5.